Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Libra moons. How are you today, Libra moons? I hope you're doing well. Oh, that one came right out. Nice. As I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Once again, basically just like always, my cat Cheralyn is crawling around. So if you hear noises in the background, it's just my kitty cat. Oh my gosh, your cards are coming out so smooth and clean. I like it. All right. Well, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Clarity with Virgo and the Earth element. All right, and for your tarot cards, we have the Star, Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Lady and the Lord, aka the Lovers, Two of Chalices, aka Two of Cups, and lastly, Two of Wands. Look at all this two energy we've got going on. Actually, this is a really interesting spread because we got our 2, 2, 2, but we also have Swords, Pentacles, Wands, and Cups. All four of them, and then Major Arcana cards. I like this spread. You know what? It feels like a very Libra spread. But okay, let's talk about it. So what are two cards? What do two cards represent in tarot? I'm so glad you asked. They represent duality and a lot of times a decision balance, right? And that's really what's coming through here is making a decision that involves balance. And it's funny too, or interesting, we have the Lovers and Two of Cups, which to me, these cards are very, very similar. Which the Lovers, it's a very misunderstood card, so I want to go ahead and just explain it so that we're all on the same page right away. It doesn't necessarily, we're not necessarily talking about a relationship here. It's possible, right? This is a general reading. This could be about a relationship for some of you. But the Lovers, just like everything else in tarot, are a symbol. We're not necessarily talking about lovers. Just like when the Death card comes up, we're not necessarily talking about death, right? They are just a symbol for harmony, unity, and two different forces or energies working harmoniously together. That's why the couple that we see here is a man and a woman, because they represent sometimes even opposing forces, right? Opposing energies or like opposite energies. But it's really two things that are pretty different. And being able to have those things complement each other instead of have friction. You know, we want to decrease all the friction we can, right? And a lot of times that means using each other's strengths and weaknesses to their advantage so they can kind of complement each other, balance each other out. Yeah. So I, especially given we have this clarity card, definitely thinking we're talking about some sort of decision that you have to make here. Something, I assume something that you want to start or are trying to start, but it kind of feels like it's maybe already off to kind of a rough start. Yeah, because it's interesting because we have Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Wands, but the Ace we can't quite get to Two of Pentacles, right? And Two of Pentacles is about balancing two things, right? Like a work and life balance, or a giving love to a relationship while also giving love to yourself, balancing two big things. And we can't quite move to this. You're not quite there with Two of Swords. You're still kind of stuck, with Two of Pentacles, you're still kind of stuck in this Ace of Pentacles. You can't move there, right? So I think that balance is really what you're missing. I'm like having to like be careful with this, or not be careful, but I feel like this is so like energetically focused. I'm trying to like ground it to like actually be talking about more specific things. But this is also just so like abstract. So I'm trying to still get my point across the best way I can. Well, it's not my point, it's the cards, what the cards are trying to say. Well, okay, let's use the example of starting a business, which I'm sure not all of you are trying to do, but maybe some of you, right? You want to start a business, but you're starting it and already kind of, it's like maybe overwhelming. It's a lot to juggle and handle and a lot of energy you have to put in, right? And you're having trouble balancing those things, right? Because you probably still most likely have other responsibilities, right? Maybe you're still working full time, or you have a family to tend to, or whatever. And you're trying, and the decision we're talking about here is how do you move forward, right? Oh my gosh. How do I move forward right now? And it kind of feels like in this example, or using this example, you are putting too much into this too quickly and kind of overburdening yourself. I think the balance that you're trying to find here is maybe efficiency, right? Finding ways to do things more efficiently or budget your time more efficiently. Or delegating things to other people. If you're working with other people, delegating things would be very helpful. I will say though, I don't think you should, if what you're questioning is if you should continue on, there's no part of this that makes me think you shouldn't, or you should give up. I mean, we have the star here who represents hope and optimism, right? So I'm also not going to promise that this is going to work out the way you want it to, simply because nothing in the cards is telling me that this is going to work, not going to work. I think right now in this moment, today, your focus is, and what you can be trying to learn right now is how to be more balanced. I feel bad. I know this is a Libra moon reading. I promise I'm not taking that into account. I always do that with my readings. I always kind of like put aside what I know about the moon signs and how they work and just focus on what the cards are saying. But I promise it's a coincidence, okay? But anyway, big thing right now, right? Balance. I'm going to say it like 10 more times in this reading probably. Learning how to continue forward with this thing, with what you're doing, regardless of how it works out, okay? That's not really where we're at, right? Might be where you're at, totally fair, but with this reading, not what we're talking about. We're just talking about right now, how do we move forward in a more balanced way? So, quick little lightning round of advice that these cards always give that I might as well relay to you, right? Two of Wands, planning. Make sure you have a really solid plan. Stick to your plans. If you do have a plan that's currently not working out, feel free to go ahead and revise it, right? But planning is super important. Two of Cups is about getting along well with others, teamwork. Again, very similar to what I was saying with the Lovers, right? But with Cups, you know, we're talking about relationships. So the people you're around, you know, make sure you're still tending to those. Those are very important. Two of Swords, it's very possible and almost guaranteed that you're going to have to take some risks or make some decisions that are just, you're taking blind, right? We have this woman who's blindfolded and trying to hit the target, right? Some decisions that really could go either way, right? It could be this, it could be that. There's the same amount of pros and cons for each one. You know, it's okay. Sometimes that happens. You still got to make the decision anyway. You know, go with your gut. You're going to be fine. I mean, if the universe isn't sending you massive signals to not do something, how bad can it be? You know? Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry. I hope that I was able to get all of this clearly. Again, like I said, this is just very like energetic, abstract kind of stuff we're talking about. So hopefully I was able to relay this. I promise I did the best I can. But if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reversed meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you're feeling particularly drawn to any of these, or if you'd like a little more information about any of them, I highly recommend you go check that out. Libra moons. Oh my gosh, I am sending you so much strength. Strength to find balance. It's hard. You know, I'm not a Libra moon, but I will say that that is actually one of my focuses for the year. I don't really set New Year's resolutions, but I do just have something that I'm focusing on for the year. And for me, for 2025, that just so happens to be balance. So believe me, I'm right there with you. This is what I've been doing, you know? And it's hard. It's hard at first because, you know, again, like using starting a business as an example, right? Maybe there is this part of you that really wants to go all in, right? And you want to give it your all and you want to do your best. And like that ambition is so great, but it can bite you back in the long run, right? Setting this foundation where things just can work much more harmoniously in your life will help you so much more in the long term, especially if this is a long-term thing, right? And you're kind of slowly building this foundation. It's okay to go slow. And it's not just okay, it's extremely important to make sure that all of the plants in your garden are tended to, right? Not just one, even if it's your favorite and it's the one that you care about the most right now. and you get the most excited about it or whatever, right? Make sure that all of the plants are loved as equally as possible. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!